everybody. I want to go ahead and make the official announcement that the services of Anchor Landmark Missionary Baptist Church in Interlaken are going to be postponed until further notice. It's not a decision that has been made lightly. Like many other pastors, there has been great conflict over what to do, and I just wanted to share my heart a little bit with you today in making this announcement. Of course, on one hand, we have verses like Hebrews 10:25, which tells us not to forsake the assembling of ourselves together. We have verses like Acts chapter 5 and verse 29, which tells us that we ought to obey God rather than men. But on the other hand, we have verses such as Acts chapter 20 and verse 28, which tells pastors to take heed to all the flock over which God hath set us over, and Romans chapter 13 and verse 1, which tells us to be subject unto higher powers or governmental powers. On one hand, we want to honor God with assembling together and worship, but on the other hand, we want to behave wisely and live in peace in this world, which is what Romans chapter 12 and verse 18 tells us to do. On one hand, ministry requires connection, but on the other hand, it's possible that social distancing is the best way to minister right now, and we'll find new ways to connect with people and to get into people's lives. So I just wanted to share with you kind of the conflict that's in every pastor's heart right now, and to share with you some other verses. In Romans chapter 14, verse 4, it says, "Who art thou that judgest another man's servant? To his own master he standeth or falleth. Yea, he shall be holden up, for God is able to make him stand. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. He that regardeth the day regardeth it unto the Lord, and he that regardeth not the day, to the Lord he regardeth it not. He that eateth, eateth to the Lord, for he giveth God thanks. And he that eateth not, to the Lord he eateth not, and giveth God thanks. For none of us liveth and dieth to himself. For none of us live to himself, and no man dieth to himself." I'll get it right. "For whether we live unto the Lord, and whether we die unto the Lord. Whether therefore we live or die, we are the Lord's." And that's the key thought in this is we must do what we deem is necessary for our church and for us as individuals, answering, remember, to the Lord. This isn't a time just to goof off and do other things on Sundays and Wednesdays. This is a time to be serious and a time to dedicate ourselves to the Lord, yes, but each church and each individual must decide for themselves what to do. And so for Anchor Landmark, as I said, we're going to be postponing our services until further notice. But we are going to continue with the video lessons, the video sermons that'll be found on Facebook, and they're also on our YouTube channel. If you look on YouTube for Anchor Landmark, you'll find our videos there, and they're also posted on our website, anchorlandmark.com. So those are places where you can find our videos and find lessons and Bible studies and hopefully some encouraging things along the way. But just to kind of conclude this thought, I just want to let people know, first of all, I love you all, and I'm praying for you all. If you have a need, if you need counseling or just want to meet with a pastor, I'm available for you. Just have to contact us. Of course, our contact information is there on the website, and feel free to use that at any time. I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy, stay in God's Word, pray. As I said, this isn't a time just to goof off and skip church and do other things on Sundays, but it's a time for us to be serious and a time for us to be thinking about what we would do if the Lord were to come back and find us doing what we were doing. So again, I love everybody, and we'll be able to get together just as soon as we can, and I look forward to the day when we'll be able to worship together our wonderful Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Thank you.